Coming up on Mountain News this morning, thousands of jobs are set to come to the Commonwealth thanks to a major investment. And an Eastern Kentucky school system tries to get students back up to speed, well, when it comes to reading.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good Thursday morning to you. It's 5:33. I almost said it was Friday. I gotta pace myself. Not yet. Let's see, even Braden. Oh, well, Braden, I guess I could say it's Friday Eve.
Friday Eve, you can say that, but it is not Friday yet. We're counting down the minutes and hours to Friday
the
this
seconds.
Week. Exactly. Well, we're not quite to seconds yet. Once we get a little later in the day, we'll be in the seconds. But yes, it will be Friday tomorrow, but not today. But the good news is as we've said earlier this morning, we dodged a bullet overnight, and thankfully the rain is on the way out. Here's the last few hours on the satellite and radar, and it packed a punch there for a little bit. Just posted a story on the website about power outages, and we've got hundreds across the region this morning, so check that out and see if your county is being impacted by that. Of course, you'll know that if you're waking up in the dark this morning, so there you go. But again, just check out the areas that are impacted the most there on the website, WYMT.com. But you see, most of the rain is gone this morning. The cold front still has not moved through yet. It's back out there into parts of central Kentucky, out down toward Pikeville there, US 119, US 23. You'll notice something about this camera. The wind got a hold of it because it's usually a little bit lower tilted toward the road, and now it's a little higher there, so the wind's pushed it up just a little bit. We also had a casualty at my house this morning. Old Glory hit the ground for the first time in about 2 years because my flagpole broke. It wasn't one of those big ones that you cement into the ground. It was one that I basically put a stake in the ground and put the pole in it. But anyway, we're seeing temperatures still in the 60s across the region this morning. In most areas, some upper 50s across parts of the Kentucky, Tennessee, and Virginia border counties, some low 50s out there toward Clintwood and Wines and Monticello this morning. 12-hour planner, we're going to go down a little further. Once the cold front comes through, taking us into the low 50s, rain chances will wrap up, sunshine returns, and that's going to bounce us back up into the low to mid 60s. Sunrise, 7 a.m. today. We won't see sunrise, but I guarantee we'll see sunset tonight at 8:08. Dakota?
All right, Brandon, thank you. A veteran news broadcaster, author, minister, and college professor has died. Wayne Combs was heard on WSGS and WKIC Radio and Hazard from 1958 until 1962. He was a respected journalist covering everyone from President John F. Kennedy to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was also the great-grandson of Bad Tom Smith, a convicted murderer from Breathitt County who was hanged. We interviewed Combs about a book he wrote about Smith called Singing from the Gallows in 2014. Wayne's brother Quentin was also a former radio announcer and died in 2014. Wayne Combs was 80 years old. A golden alert is out in Wayne County, Kentucky as the search for a missing man continues. 38-year-old James Ray Allen Jr. was last seen in Monticello at Dishman's personal care home. Police say he was last seen wearing blue jeans, a blue suit jacket, and gray and white tennis shoes. They say Allen has disabilities. If you see him or know where he might be, you are asked to call police. A Madison County grand jury has indicted Shannon Gilday. Now, he's accused of shooting and killing Jordan Morgan in Richmond during a break-in at her father Wesley Morgan's home. Police say they found evidence that Gilday was targeting the home for its underground bunker. He was indicted Wednesday on charges of murder, attempted murder, assault, burglary, and criminal mischief. So far, no arraignment date has been set. Well, police are investigating a catalytic converter theft in Madison County. Officials with God's Outreach say they were set to pick up 9 pallets of food donations Wednesday morning. That's when they found out someone stole the converter from their new truck. Now they are not sure how they are going to get the donations. It means the families that come to pick up groceries missed out on getting food they needed yesterday. The director of God's Outreach says the nonprofit is looking at purchasing cameras for the property and is working to buy a new catalytic converter as soon as possible. Richmond police are now investigating this incident. Thousands of jobs are coming here to Kentucky. Governor Andy Beshear announced Wednesday that Envision AESC is investigating $2 billion, the acronym there kind of messed me up, to bring an electric battery plant to the state. It will create 2,000 jobs in the Commonwealth. The state-of-the-art factory will be in Bowling Green. The governor says this project cements Kentucky's leading role in the automotive industry of the future.
It's thousands of construction jobs. This is a state-of-the-art, enormous facility that is going to bring folks in skilled trades from all over Kentucky.
Project leaders say the plant will operate on a 100% renewable energy. They say the development plans are underway and they plan to break ground this summer. Well, one county is fighting back against litter bugs and illegal dumping. WYMT's Jordan Mullins has more from officials in Floyd County about the county's cleanup week and its Trash for Cash program.
Officials in Floyd County have noticed an alarming statistic.
We're seeing an increase in trash at our landfills, almost 30%, and we're seeing an increase in trash in our communities, and our ditches, and our hollers, and our streams of 30%.
And on Tuesday, officials met to officially begin the fight against littering and illegal dumping, partnering with local businesses and the Floyd County School District to proclaim April 11th through April 16th as Floyd County Spring Cleanup Week.
The reason we're doing that is, as I was explaining before, we're trying to do an overall initiative in Floyd County to try to create awareness. This is our one thing this year that we want to try to focus on, and that's trying to get the county cleaned up.
Officials also believe change begins with the youth.
We realize that if we're going to change our culture, we're going to change the way that people think about the importance of keeping our community clean, then we need to start with our children.
And has began the Trash for Cash program, inviting local school clubs, sports teams, Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts to help clean up their communities.
We thought about, okay, we can do Trash for Cash. If they will pick up, for every mile that they pick up on both sides of the road, we will pay them $50 a mile.
Turning litter into cash and teaching the importance of maintaining a clean county and community. In Floyd County, Jordan Mullins, WYMT Mountain News.
The Trash for Cash program is only available for 6th through 12th graders, but younger students are encouraged to participate in other ways to call the Floyd County Courthouse for more information. Well, Easter egg hunting is a popular activity for younger kids, but one local superintendent decided to flip the script on this Easter tradition, creating a game catered to an older audience. Perry County School Superintendent Jonathan Jett decided to create an Easter egg hunt for faculty and staff within the school system. Jett and another school board member hid 16 eggs throughout 8 schools in the district. If a faculty or staff member finds an egg, they are able to take half day off work.
Well, it's been an extremely stressful 2 years for everybody, and to see people out having fun and enjoying it, it's not only fun, but it's good for their social and emotional health.
Jett says that he plans to implement activities like this for other holidays. During the pandemic, students moved from classrooms to computer screens, and now teachers are finding that some students lack foundational skills in reading. WYMT's Zach Hawk met with Letcher County school officials who say they are working on a plan to keep the youngest students up to speed.
Virtual learning helps students and staff develop technology skills, but Principal Stacy Isaac at West Whitesburg Elementary says some subjects are just harder to teach online.
Some of these students have not been in person instruction, for a year and a half, so they have fallen behind. So overall, our reading levels probably are not where they need to be.
District officials say they keep a very close eye on this subject.
Kindergarten, first, second grade, those are such foundational skills. And if students aren't successful at that level, it could inhibit their success as they grow, as they age, and in future classes.
Missing literacy benchmarks is a national issue. An Amplify Education study found more students are at risk for not learning to read than before the pandemic. And teachers like Megan Hall see it now that most students are back in the building.
We have lost a lot of foundations in our reading throughout the pandemic, but it's been really important for us to make sure that each of those kids are assessed on their own level.
There are state-mandated assessments that periodically measure if students are on track with their reading. 2 assessment systems, Dibbles and MAP scores, help inform which students need support and in what areas.
If a student comes to my technology lab and needs a little assistance, I can pull them one-on-one.
Jan says catching up in reading level will require daily parent support, recommending you ask what the stories are, who the characters are, and what happens to them. In Letcher County, Zach Hawk, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, for parents looking to get their children a little extra attention, Superintendent Yachts recommends summer programs. Letcher County schools will offer camps that balance fun with improving math and reading proficiency. Also trying to find a solution to our children's reading problem, a Southern Kentucky school district found a new way to promote reading. The Whitley County School District opened up its very own vending machines. Well, the machines, you guessed it, well, they're filled with books, and only certain tokens allow students to access them.
What we've done is we have 8 vending machines in the schools, and so far we've given out about 4,000 books.
Both parents and children are happy with the success of the new program. The students say their favorite day is Friday because that's when they know they are able to get a new book. How fun is that? Oh, all right, well, just had this morning, a famous singer misses out on a special event due to testing positive for COVID-19. That's on the way.
And the umbrella will be your friend this morning, at least for some, but you'll be able to trade that in for some sunglasses later today. I'll have the forecast for today and Easter weekend in about 3 minutes.